the best thing they've ever added to this game.
It's true.
It's no secret that the release of Season 14 has been a bit rocky. This week, I was all set to talk about the new awesome disguises, specifically how to unlock the coveted Chest of Fortune.
We're temporarily disabling crouching and disguises.
Okay, so let's pivot to talking about the blowpipe.
Pivot!
Oh, wait, they just announced that they've brought crouching back,
Pivot!
but disguises are still disabled.
Pivot!
I feel like I'm getting whiplash. Honestly, when they announced the blowpipes, I really didn't have any interest in it. But then I saw that the blowpipe commendations are essential to unlocking disguises. And if I wanted the Chest of Fortune disguise, I knew what I had to do. Problem is, there was one commendation which requires turning skeletons against their captains, which sounds simple on paper, but this silly commendation would turn out to be the toughest of them all. But before we get to that, there are some super efficient ways to knock out some of the other commendations. Like these four. Where could I find a whole bunch of ocean crawlers as well as skellies with kegs? Treasuries. Just when I thought I was done with treasuries after getting the last of my Horn of Fair wins.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
While racking up the numbers for Poisonous Pirates and Oceans of Venom, the keg waves weren't guaranteed and were downright hard to manage. So it wasn't really working out in the treasuries. Our genius plan got thrown out the window anyway when we accidentally befriended another crew and kinda got sidetracked with completing world events.
Do you need a bone collar over there, or should I save it?
Thou shalt get sidetracked by bullshit every goddamn time.
Even though this wasn't what we planned, it was a really fun way to knock out a huge chunk of the blowpipe commendations.
Did I get you by accident?
Can't say.
In my defense, you jumped in front of it.
Like Pied Piper, playing music for 10 seconds with a lure dart stuck to you while being chased by enemies? Hilarious. Rusty Bucket? Easy. This can be done with the same crowd of gold skellies, just keep shooting lure darts into the water. Fire and Fire is pretty straightforward, and so is Washout, but make sure that the dart you're putting out with water is not attached to you. I don't know why, but that doesn't work. And I can't begin to describe the joy I felt from poisoning snakes, even after I already completed the commendation for it.
With trap. Aha.
Honestly, we had a blast with these commendations. The blowpipe exceeded my expectations by a lot. It was just so much fun to use.
That was actually pretty cool.
So that leaves us with the hardest commendation. They work for me now should be simple. Just lure enemies to destroy their captains 25 times. But like I said before, this one is easier said than done. Or maybe I should say it takes some practice to get the hang of it. And before anybody suggests that this might be a skill issue, I never claimed to be a sweat lord. Check the tapes. I really thought this one would be similar to using bone collars on ashen skellies, or as satisfying as poisoning the snakes, but I really underestimated the strength of the captains.
1 hour later.
Oh, they got one.
It is crucial to refresh your lure darts regularly because they have a tendency to break in the heat of battle, which can deny you from making progress on the commendation. We also learned that you have to weaken the captain before you light them up. You can use a few pistol shots, but we were having fun with the darts, so we gave them 2 or 3 doses of poison before turning their crews against them. It just wasn't always easy to coordinate, and if you're doing this with a crewmate, you're gonna need clear communication.
I'm not messing this up. Let's listen to the video and see who's miscommunicating here. I'm going to poison it one time. I have poisoned it one time.
Would you like me to poison it one time, or are you going to do it a second time?
No, you can poison it one more time.
Oh, okay, because last time you made it seem like that was wrong.
Now I'm going to lure dart him one time.
I have lure darted one time.
Look at us communicating.
More importantly, you're going to need to know what qualifies as a captain. Just because a skeleton has a red name above it does not mean that it's a captain. See this guy? Not a captain. He's a cursed crew. I linked a video that explains more about crews versus captains right here. You can pause this right now and open a new tab to watch that later if you haven't seen it already. We were curious to see if the Raider Boss or the Vault Masters would qualify as captains, but the Vault Masters took way too long and Obsidian Skeletons seemed immune from lure darts. Even if they did somehow qualify as captains, it's not worth the effort. Trust me. If I hide, they all stop aggroing. By the way, if you are still working toward the Hunter of Cursed Captains, a successful lured art mutiny will count toward that progress. But as some might expect, luring phantoms to attack a skeleton captain will not work, probably because they already have beef. And since emergent captains can spawn without a crew, sailing around for chance encounters might be a waste of time. Speaking of a waste of time, how much time do we really want to spend sailing in between and completing entire sea forts just for one captain?
He's so pretty though.
We relied on bounty quests, bottle quests, and mysterious journals to find our captains. And these kind of quests were also perfect for finishing off the enticing explosion, and most of the time they produced multiple captains for us to work with. Finding or producing the captains was the easy part though. No matter how bedazzled we made a captain, it seemed like there were always some loyal skeletons that were determined to hunt us down.
I'm trying to get them off of me and aggro on the captain, and what ends up happening is I get them off of the captain and onto me.
These skellies were vicious, and staying alive with a horde of them attacking is a lot harder than other creators have made it seem. I also didn't quite realize that it was kind of a design for only 2 or 3 of the skellies to aggro on the captain, and it took way more time and food than I'm willing to admit before I realized that I could retreat into the water for a little bit of a break from the action. We even tried to use the Flameheart voyage, hoping that we could use the kegs to our advantage to speed things along. But it didn't always work out the way we had hoped, and we only had 1 time-limited voyage each. So that was pretty short-lived. And we were back to supervising the painfully slow Skelly version of Fight Club.
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any fucking idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke. And I'm sorry you can't do this. I really am, because I wouldn't have to fucking sit here and watch you fumble around and it up.
Thank you guys. Why aren't they getting him?
6 months later.
Nice. He did it! Look at him!
Anyway, although this video is primarily about the blowpipe, it is also very much about how to unlock disguises, because you have to complete all of the blowpipe commendations to unlock the Chest of Fortune. While I'm glad that crouching is back, I cannot wait for disguises to be re-enabled. For the few days that we had them, they were so much fun.
Weirdly excited about this one because
It's so normal.
Yeah, it's like the least suspicious. Don't be 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 suspicious. Oh, that's suspicious.
Oh no. That was.
Immediately suspicious.